Hello guys, and welcome to episode 34 of Plum's Plum Lab series. So today's episode, guys, what are we going to be doing? Well, if you remember last episode, we did some pretty cool and nifty stuff with extreme reactors. So with the help of our very special guest, we upgraded our reactor to basically have some better coolant. It's got better surface area now, it's got more reactor fuel rods in it, and if I'm honest, it just produces quite a bit more power than our previous one. Not sure if it's the most efficient model in the world, but if I'm honest, I'm not going to complain too much. It works pretty well. I mean, we've got a few things that I could probably do with addressing before I get started with the main chunk of the episode, and that's probably looking at our flux ducts. Since if I'm honest, I'm not too happy with these hardened ones anymore. I think redstone energy flux ducts, since these guys can transfer 4,000 RF, these guys can transfer 9,000 RF. Signalium ones we could probably do with getting it up at some point. Cryostabilized ones, we haven't got gelid cryothium yet, which requires cryothium dust, which requires bliss powder, and we haven't come across any blisses yet. Although if I do, I'm definitely putting one in the lasso and getting those spawned up, because that bliss stuff is really good coolant, especially for a reactor and stuff. Signalium, how hard is signalium to actually get? That's probably something I should probably consider actually. How hard are you to make? I don't feel like it's going to be too expensive. It requires some redstone, silver, and copper. If I'm honest, I don't see why that is like too expensive, although it does require the redstone ones. I'm just thinking of trying to transfer power to the quarry so it's not permanently like on depletion. So redstone ones, how hard are you to make? So we need electrum and fused glass. I remember we had some trouble with fused glass before, I believe, with at least trying to make it. Is there any other glass we can use other than the fused glass? I'm sure I saw hardened glass and a hardened copper glass, which requires hardened steel glass or hardened electrum glass or hardened invar glass or hardened bronze glass. How do you... I believe these are probably interchangeable. Yeah, these are interchangeable from what I can tell, and it requires pyrotheum dust, pulverized obsidian, and then whatever powder you want to use, I suppose. Pyrotheum, if I'm honest, I don't think pyrotheum is too expensive from what I can tell. So if I get us some pyrotheum here, I believe that's probably... We've run out of some kind of ingredient. I'm not quite sure which ingredient that was exactly. Yeah, I feel like these guys are possibly going to be a little bit expensive. Not going to lie. Hardened copper glass. So it requires the pyrotheum dust, the pulverized obsidian, pulverized copper. So copper we've got like an abundance of. So if I'm honest, I'm not too worried about that. What I'm going to do is tell this guy to turn off a second. So if I turn this guy off, he should still put his dust in there, but it shouldn't actually get processed or anything. So yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. I mean, pulverized obsidian. Pulverized obsidian, that also is pretty cheap. I feel like I'll leave it there and stick the obsidian in, just so I can kind of test this stuff out. So if I remember correctly, the recipe was... hang on, I've just noticed one thing actually. I think you need an original piece of glass to actually get this to work. So how is this gonna... So it accepts any block glass hardened. So any kind of hardened glass. What's the kind of starting block for hardened glass? I see. So you can just... You need the original hardened glass. Okay, that's me being a tiny bit of a derp, guys, not gonna lie. So I didn't really consider that when I was looking at this stuff. So you need pyrotheum, the pulverized obsidian, and I take it there you can just put another piece of obsidian, and then the pulverized lead needs to go in the corner. So you seem to give me quite a lot of pulverized obsidian per operation. That's kind of nifty. This stuff I could probably just do is smelting it back up actually. I don't think I've really got a need for that. So you're just going to give me a 1-to-1, I believe. Yeah. And can I now make you? It's going to be a very big, important question. So we can make hardened glass. So if I look at flux ducts again, so to make these guys, are you going to work? Yes, we have some electrum handy. And to fill it, you just hit it in a fluid transposer with some destabilized redstone. So destabilized redstone's pretty easy. It's been around in like the realm of Feed the Beast for quite a while. This stuff I'm just going to transfer into buckets. I've like filled up the reactor completely now. So I think what I'm just going to do is stick... I'm not quite sure exactly how much redstone really gives, but what I'll do is I'll stick this guy in here and hopefully he will just fill up. So one piece of redstone gives that much. So I believe about 32 would probably be a good amount. Yeah, so that hopefully should be just enough. If provided my maths hasn't gone completely out the window, that shouldn't be too bad. I'm not sure how good these conduits will be in the grand scheme of things. Although what I might do is go and actually put a little bit more redstone in. But like I said, we can very easily upgrade these to Signalium, which, if I'm honest, I'm tempted to actually do. Like, I'm not sure how much power this guy is necessarily going to eat, but I feel like he's going to go through quite a bit of power. 24 conduits. I don't know if that feels like enough. You know, I feel like two more lots, let's say. And let's bump this guy up to 24. And hopefully that should be enough redstone conduits for us to do the processor. Or go to the quarry even. So I feel like if I... How much... So Signalium one. So you can do it with 3 filled redstone conduits and a Signalium ingot. And the Signalium, I think we agreed, wasn't too expensive. The resonant ones, these require Endurium ingots. And you guys can transfer 25,000 RFT. That's pretty good. And what are you to make exactly? I feel like you're just going to be... Okay, art finish recycling. That's not too handy for what we need. Is it going to be around here somewhere? Here it is. So we need Endurium base and sand. I believe Endurium base is, well, platinum, ender pearls, and bled. I feel like that's pretty expensive. Yeah, we only have 2 lots of platinum, so I don't feel like the resonant ones are going to be too good of an idea. So yeah, I think we'll stick with Signalium. That doesn't seem like it's going to be, you know, too big of an issue. Signalium, I think we decided, and the alloy smelter is redstone, silver, and copper. So I think I might make 4 lots of this. So if I make... And I believe... How much copper was it again? I believe it was maybe 10 copper, I want to say. I feel like I've got that completely wrong. But, nah, we'll live with it. So, alloy smelter, are you going to work in... Okay, you only do 2, so I believe we are going to have to do it in the alloy smelter, which is going to take ages. No, I do not want you to work. Why are you trying to work? Redstone, copper, and tin. Why are you not working? I swear that was the recipe, wasn't it? Am I doping you guys? I feel like I may have doped ever so slightly. Oh, it was silver, not tin! Ah. Luckily, silver is something we do have plenty of, though, in the grand scheme of things, so nothing, you know, major to worry about. I mean, there's a little bit of extra bronze, and I'm not going to complain about bronze. We always seem to run out of that stuff. Now, you are really pretty slow. I don't think there really is any kind of way for me to speed this guy up, so I'm just going to have to wait for him to carry on, basically. I do need some extra redstone, though, for when I'm going to be creating the conduits. So I'll just get some extra redstone handy. And I just want to kind of make sure I think what I'm going to do is put this guy on my favourites list. There we go. So you are the hardened flux ducts, and you're the stuff that's being fed into the system. I believe the stuff that goes out is up the top, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. So what I'm going to do is... I feel like this is going to be a massive disaster until I get this stuff fixed. Because my base is going to start complaining. Like, where's all of our power? Okay, so you are the feed to the quarry, I do believe. Yes, you are definitely the quarry feed. So if I do that with the hardened flux ducts, I mean, it gives us some bonus hardened flux ducts, I guess. So it's not, you know, going to be the ultimate end of the world. You haven't quite finished your operation yet. I think what I'm probably going to be doing, guys, is probably doing a bit of this off camera, actually, since it's kind of a slow process doing this, but it's not quite the end of the world. So you're on 79%, so let's get you in the crafting grid ready. You know, I'll just stick that in the crafting grid anyway. Where did my redstone go? My redstone just decided it wants to disappear out of my inventory. So you are 92%, so I think I'll do one operation of this. Okay, you know, one lot of the actual Signalium going. Do you produce... I feel like this... Oh, it produces 4 Signalium. Although one thing I'm going to do is get myself another little bit of silver. Just to keep this guy turning over. Stick that in there. So that's going to give us 12 Signalium flux ducts. So yeah, these guys, like I said, pretty, honestly, top tier-ish flux ducts. What I'm probably going to do, actually, is start over on the... Okay, I morphed out of a butterfly. what I'm going to go and probably start... like I said, I'm going to start at the quarry and then work my way back. I feel like that's going to be a decent idea. Does that sound like a decent idea, guys? I hope that's a decent idea. I just think in terms of me feeding it through, it might make life a little bit easier. Yeah, so we're definitely going to need a good few more lots of signalium to get that working. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to wait for this signalium to finish cooking up. I'm going to go and, you know, cook up a little bit more. Since if I'm honest, like I said, I don't see much of a harm in us cooking up a bit of this stuff in advance. And it seems like for getting towards mid to end game, it's going to be pretty useful. Silver, we don't need too much of it. Yeah, the numbers for that are completely disproportionate, but it's not the end of the world. So I think what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna come back off camera once I've sorted this stuff out, and we will be right back. Okay, guys, we've got another bit of signalium done. So I believe, if I'm honest, I think this might just be enough of the. Ooh, we're out of the redstone conduits. Not the best idea. I mean, hopefully that should be enough. Since I believe signalium-wise, we should hopefully have enough flux ducts. What I'm just hoping is we have enough in terms of the redstone conduits to be able to complete this guy. So hopefully, if I go through here, this is how much I got with the last batch, and I'm hoping this should be very easily enough to create a working power network. So if I take this down here, yes, there we go. So if I'm honest, this guy hopefully should now have hooked us back up to the power network. So what I'm going to go and quickly do is turn on this quarry, and I just want to see how... Okay, so by the looks of things, okay, he's still draining quite a bit of power. I was hoping with this signalium network that he would at least, like, that would be enough to suffice, like, the power demands of this guy. Apparently not. I think he's going considerably quicker than what he was before. I believe so anyways. So that's not quite what I was hoping for. How quickly are you draining as well? Oh, that's probably what we're constrained by as well. The basic capacitor bank can only output 5,000 RF per tick. Ah, I did not account for this. I mean, I'm going to be honest, guys, like, the thing I wanted to do mainly in this episode was I wanted to fix the... why you only appear to be outputting... It's just really puzzling how he's not quite... Oh, there we go. Now he's actually outputting the full 5,000 RF a tick. I did wonder why he wasn't quite doing that. So if I set you to do that, I believe the capacitor bank is probably going to be the biggest bottleneck for the system here. So now he's at the full 5,000. He's not outputting like quite as bad. But yeah, let's have a look at the power demands here. So we're losing 1,000 RF a tick. This guy's producing us about 7. Why are you losing 1,000 RF a tick then? That does not quite make sense. You're set to input and you're set to input. So I'm not quite sure why this guy's... Oh, I thought this guy's producing 7 probably, isn't he? Yeah, he's gaining power because we're constrained by the capacitor bank. Just I thought I'd solve the power problem, guys, and we're still having problems with it. Like I said, what thing I wanted to do in this episode was use open computers to try and control the reactor a little bit. But if I'm honest, I think this capacitor bank definitely is in need of a bit of an upgrade. By either adding more capacitor banks in or just upgrading them to regular capacitor banks. So we need energetic alloy and a double layered capacitor. That doesn't seem like it's too bad of an idea. Energetic alloy, what are you in terms of being made? I believe you're probably made in the alloy smelter. Yes, you are. And your glowstone, gold, and glowstone. Now, one thing we don't have much of in way of is gold. So gold, glowstone. Don't have much glowstone either, really. I'm not also sure how, like, well or not well that capacitor banks will interface with normal capacitor banks. So I'm not sure how the basic ones will interface, whether they'll multi-block or not, or whether they'll just complain. Hopefully they'll multi-block. I mean, it'll be very convenient if they do. So you have just made that. So can I stick you in there? There we go. Now the double-layered capacitor, I don't feel like the double-layered capacitor is too big of a pain to make. I mean, the vibrant ones are a little bit more expensive. They require some emeralds, I believe. Yeah, and then some vibrant alloy nuggets. So for most the big capacitor banks aren't too expensive, if I'm honest. So the double-layered capacitor. Do we have enough stuff to make you? No, we don't have the materials to make you. That is a little bit of a pain. So if I see about getting us some basic capacitors. Oh, I'm missing out on the gold nuggets. And I believe all of my gold currently is in this guy. So let's convert you into nuggets. So capacitor bank guy, here we go. So we can make a couple of these guys, and hopefully now, once we get some energetic alloy in the way, like I said, it's pretty slow just because we're doing it in the simple alloy smelter, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue. But it should also probably hopefully get some gold out of this guy. I presume it'll probably just be an ore processing at the minute. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to cut the video here, and we'll be right back once I've got some more stuff produced. Okay guys, so we're very nearly there on the whole energetic alloy thing. I've just taken up 2 of my basic capacitor banks that I'm going to use in crafting. So why have you decided you want to close the window? So I can probably get myself one of these double layered capacitors now. Yes I can, which is pretty cool. And all I need to do now is basically wait for this last operation to finish. So did I leave the quarry on? That's probably, okay, no I didn't. So now it's on. Okay, we've got a little bit of gold ore there. I just saw that gold ore pop up. And like I said, I'm just basically going to hopefully go through, because I think for stuff like iron and tin and copper we've got plenty of, but stuff like gold and stuff, we're pretty low on it. And I'm not going to lie, that's a little bit of a pain. So you are on 81%. Hopefully he's going to finish very, very soon. Are you going to finish? Yes, there we go. So hopefully now we should have everything we need to make not the basic capacitor, the regular capacitor bank. Here we go. So I'll just stick these guys in, and hopefully it should also keep the charge. Yes, it does. So I'm not sure if this guy's going to interface with these guys or not. And by the looks of things, is he going to interface? Okay, by the looks of things, I don't think this guy's actually going to interface with them. He appears to be doing some stuff with power, but he's not actually contributing to the basic capacitor bank. So, my theory of these guys being able to interface with each other, not really holding up too well, I'm not going to lie. Although I think what I'm going to do is just stick this guy and then another capacitor bank on top of him once we get everything going. How is he doing for power at the minute? So you just ran out of glowstone, I believe, didn't you? Okay, I may have to go and steal some more from the nether. It's not, like I said, it's not too big of an issue. How much gold do we have as well? Do we have any more gold? Has any more gold appeared? By the looks of things, no. It's kind of irritating. I'm not sure how the recycling system works over at our factory, but I wonder if we could potentially smelt these guys down. Okay, wow. Okay, you appear to be having some power troubles, or at least something's causing it to happen. Why are you complaining? I feel like this guy's just like completely switched off. It's like he seems to be getting. Oh, his electrodes have run out. That would explain why our aura is like completely backlogged. Yeah, look, we have had all these dusts and stuff over here that just are completely backlogged because of our graphite electrodes have completely decided they want to run out. Whoa, that is not a good thing. I'm not gonna lie, that is not good. See, we've got a little bit of like gold and stuff. So the electrodes for this guy require some hop graphite ingots, which is this stuff. So how do I make you? Okay, with coke dust in the industrial squeezer is what I need to make it. And do we have any? Oh, okay, that would yep. So I think I need to just transfer a little bit of coal coke from you into you, and I think you take absolutely ages to do it, which is a little bit irritating. I think I need to pulverize it up first. So can I possibly stick you in the crusher? I mean, you're gonna try and smelt it, which isn't like the end of the world, but yeah, this is not. It's not great given the fact that we've completely run out of electrodes. But yeah, it's just gonna get backlogged up here, so I can just basically pick it up, and it's not like, you know, the end of the world or anything. That I can stick this coal dust in here, and hopefully he'll get processed. The one thing I'm gonna go and do is get myself a bucket or two, since I believe the creosote oil is probably pretty full in there, and that's probably the reason. Yeah, that's the reason this guy's stopped running. So if I drain him of his creosote oil, at least to that sort of level, it shouldn't be too big of an issue, and probably filling him up with some fresh coal actually won't be the worst idea. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm just gonna get all this stuff processed up, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I've basically just left this guy running, and I believe this is the last little bit of hop graphite dust we can at least make one electrode with. So for once, we are going to have a little bit of a problem, since that smelter guy is currently down. I've not really been automating the production of the hop graphite dust. So a smelting's not going to be great, should I say? It's probably a little bit of understatement. We're not going to be able to have smelting for a good while, actually, while that guy's running. But, like I said, I think I'm just going to have to go and smelt my gold in these guys for now. So I think, as much as that guy's not working, I think it's not going to be too much of an issue just to, you know, use these guys to smelt my stuff for now. But if I'm honest, I think we have pretty much hit the wrapping up point for the episode. Between episodes, I'm going to get this capacitor bank up and running, and hopefully, you know, a little bit more efficient than the way it's running at the minute. And, yeah, I think that's a good wrapping up point for the episode, guys. So thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed. Goodbye from Base of Plum.
Built a